Okay, brother. Yes, nice seeing you again.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah. What's your name? And
Jamie.
Jamie.
What's up?
Jason. Yeah, Jason.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you remember me now. Yeah. Cool. So tell me about your fitness and.
Yeah, so mine's been like a little bit of a long journey. You know, like I started a couple of years ago. I've just been like dedicated. Obviously, I got out of shape. You know, COVID happened, and you know, I just let myself go. And then I decided, you know what, I need to do something about it. I need to change. And you know, I didn't like the look in the mirror. You know, when you're just looking at yourself and you feel uncomfortable in your own body.
Yeah.
And I just thought, you know what, I want to get in better shape. I want to do something about it. And then I hired a coach, you know, online myself. And then I learned from someone above me to, you know, fast track to where I am now.
See, I'm glad you said that because we were just talking to the audience. He said, if you're starting out, get you a coach, get you a PT, and that's what you do.
That's the best thing you can do, because like if you don't know the basics or you don't have a real plan in place, then you just, you know, going through the motions. And you know, if you've got a goal that you want to achieve, then you know, how are you going to get there with no real plan in place? You just won't get there unless. That's why it's always best to get a PT or, you know, just someone that's knowledgeable in place to get you to where you want to be. Dependent on your goals. Not everyone wants to step on stage and be a bodybuilder, but you know, then I decided to take it to that next level, and then I ended up doing a first timers show last year. So I did competed in PCA, but that was just like an achievement in itself, you know.
Wow.
And I surprised myself, to be fair, but
you surprised yourself.
Yeah.
Because I remember the last time I saw you. Was it last year?
Yeah, it was last year.
Were you not like cutting down?
Yeah, I was cutting down, so I probably looked a lot skinnier then.
You were
at the time, really shredded.
Yeah, you were really shredded. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're shredded now.
Yeah.
But with bulk. Yeah. But back then you were like a lot, like you just ripped and stuff.
That's it. I mean, I could even like I'll send you a picture, you know, of the before and after, from what I did last year.
Yeah,
like if you look at where I am now, you can see the big difference, you know, just over a few years' time. But yeah, it's just been a long journey, but I'm just sticking to it, keep doing what I'm doing, and I enjoy it. So that's the main thing.
So what advice would you give to somebody who's trying to like get into competitive bodybuilding, like what you're doing?
I'd say hire a coach.
That's number one.
Do your research and just get basics in place. You don't need nothing special.
No.
Just the basics. Get a strict routine in place, you know, with the workouts. So, you know, find a split that's going to work for you and your schedule. Get that in place. Stick to it. Write the numbers down, write the weights down, know that you're beating each numbers each week. You know, you're not like just going in blindsided and sticking to, you know, a meal plan consistently. Get used to tracking foods and then just sticking to the basics. Get enough protein in. And that's about it really. Just enough recovery, rest, sleep, water, and that's ultimately it. And it's just, people expect results overnight, and it's not going to happen.
It's not. Stop thinking that. You guys need to stop thinking that, but there's no way around that.
But you've just got to stay disciplined, and you've got to have willingness to be able to do it. And if you've got that, you're going to get to your goals.
What you do? Yeah, look at you. I mean, look at this guy. I mean, his chest massive. You see that? Nice. That's what you want.
Yeah.
So, how much protein do you take in roughly?
So right now I'm sitting around 193 pounds. So about 190. I do it's simple formula, 1 gram per pound of body weight.
Wow.
So I get about 119 a day.
About 119. Yeah. 119.
So I split it over like, you know, about 4 or 5 meals. 4 or 5. You know, because it's too much in one sitting. You know, it's
too much protein in one.
But as long as you're getting enough for recovery, then that's going to help. You know, depending on whether you're cutting or whether you're bulking. If you're cutting, you need to be getting enough protein just to retain and keep the muscle that you've got. You know, because ultimately the aim is to lose the body fat, keep the muscle that you've got. It's very hard to sort of gain muscle when you're in a deficit.
Yeah.
So
right.
you know, either way, you've got to be getting enough protein synthesis to build the muscle. Go from there. So
something else I wanted to ask you: if you're like bulking, if you're bodybuilding stuff, should you still do cardio, or do you like this?
Ultimately, yeah. I mean, you don't need to do hours and hours of it, and you could even do steps, but like take away as much as what you need. So like if you're cutting down, you might knock 100 calories off what you're doing, you're still losing weight, and then you'll get to a certain point where your calories will drop, but you don't want to drop them too low, that you're getting a lot of starvation and hunger. So sometimes it's better to increase the expenditure daily so that you're burning more calories. So you could even get away with just doing treadmill, incline, and when you start getting to like a plateau, you can increase like your speed, the incline, or you can up the time, even using like a weighted vest when you go for a walk, so you're not having to double the length of time that you're walking. So just there's other ways of doing it, but like whether it's I did the prep last year. I was doing 40 minutes on that bad boy every day on the Stairmaster. It killed me off. If you've ever tried doing like 10 minutes.
I told Stuart I fell off of it one time. I jumped off because I tried to stop it and I just jumped off of it.
It's horrible. But there's no forgiveness on the Stairmaster.
No, it's not,
you've got to move. You can't stop, otherwise
it's not like treadmill. No.
But it's been a great journey, and I'm just going to keep pushing it. Right now I'm in a bulking phase. I'm just trying to build as much as I can. So I'm looking to compete again next year. So watch this space, and I'll keep you informed. I'll let you know when the next one's coming up.
So when I did want to ask you one question. When you are bulking up, how do you like not put on too much fat, because you want to stay lean but bulk up at the same time? Right?
Yeah. So people say don't do cardio, but that helps with digestion. So like cardio can actually be a good thing when you're bulking. But not too much of it. Like you could probably get away with doing 30 minutes a few times a week, and then what you'd do is you'd put your calorie surplus up a little bit above your maintenance. Right. So you'd work out your TDEE, which is your total daily energy expenditure, and you put your calories up slightly, and you sort of track that over a weekly average and over a month, and then see how much you're gaining. Now there's different ways of bulking. People will do the traditional dirty bulk. And then, if you're putting on 1 or 2 pounds a week, that's not all muscle.
No.
So you want to be putting on weight slowly and leanly and picking whole foods, so whether it's ultimately like the same foods that you're eating as a cut, but you're just increasing the amount of calories with the same foods that you've been eating. So, whether that's rice, potatoes, whatever it is, generally most people up the carbohydrates. And you more or less put them about around your workout, so you've got that energy to fuel you through your workout.
So is that a good way of doing it?
Yeah, well it's good because like in post-workout as well, when you're getting carbohydrates into your body, it helps with the protein synthesis as well, and recovery. So you want to be able to start getting yourself in recovery mode as soon as you finish your workout. There's a myth that you've got half an hour window for an anabolic window, but
is that nonsense?
You've got a good few hours before you can.
I used to think that was the case,
but it's not. That's an old school thing. It's a myth. They've done.
I'm glad you said that, because I thought it was until this moment. I thought that was the truth until now.
It's literally, you could have a meal a few hours later and it has no effect. Ultimately, it just comes out to how much you have in the end of the day. They do normally say spread protein meals out, just because it spikes your protein synthesis, a few times through the day, rather than have all your protein in one sitting. You could get away with just having it in one meal if you wanted, but who wants to have one meal a day? But whatever fits in with your schedule.
I love my food, so that wouldn't work for me. Like I'm trying to bulk up right now, but I'm trying to do a body recomp. I know you know what that is.
That's it. It's just like eating at maintenance. Just training from there.
So stay lean and lean bulk. That's what I'm trying to do. Put on size. I want to keep my abs.
Up your calories maybe by about 100 or 200, and then stick at that. See how you're getting on over a month, and you're looking to be putting on about a couple of pounds, 1 or 2 pounds a month. and then going from there, and you'll still stay lean. And you'll know another good indicator of putting on muscle is your strength increase as well. You know, so when you're looking at your numbers, look at the numbers that you're writing down, record your workouts. So if you're sticking to like a bench press or leg press, whatever you're doing, don't change your workout up every other week. Stick to the same plan consistently and write the numbers down, log the numbers, the weight, the reps, and try and beat them each week. And just increase the weights ever so slightly, and then try and just keep beating the numbers. And you know, if your strength's going up, then you're doing something right. You know, and that's another good indicator of, you know, building the muscle. And you know, it's easy to cut, but building muscle is a long process. And you just got to be patient with it. I'm afraid.
Wow. Well, you know what? There's a lot of nuggets golden nuggets you were saying in the advice, because this is all stuff that I wanted to know personally. So I know the viewers will want to know that people, whether you're bulking or you're cutting or doing body recomposition.
That's it.
So so you're doing your goal is to compete again this year.
100%. You know, I've got the bug now, so I just really want to see how far I can push it. You know, and last time I competed, it was more or less just to have the experience. The next time I'm going in it to win it. That's my mindset.
You know what to expect.
So I know what to expect, and I suppose only thing I can give out there to other viewers as well is, if you're looking to sort of compete for the first time ever, then I'd say go and get lots of posing practicing. So, you know, hire someone to show you the posing moves, practice, whether it's half an hour after your workout or on the morning first thing. Get yourself in the mirror, record yourself, and just, you know, don't let yourself on that side, because you could ultimately have the best physique, you know, and, you know, if you can't display it well to the judges, you know, then that's going to let you down. And that's what happened.
That would be a shame, wouldn't it? That would be a shame.
But ultimately, you know, it's hard work, you know, if you want to compete.
That's the main thing. It's hard work. You can't get around hard work.
It's not for everyone.
It's not for everybody. I mean, I ain't no competitive. You know, I mean, I just train because, you know, I want to look good in general.
That's it. I mean, I think that's the majority of what people want to do.
That's enough for me. I support you in what you're doing, and I want to be kept up to date. But
that's it. Well, who knows, you might be stepping on stage one day. You know, you get to a level where you think, you know what, I look good here. What's the next step? You know, I want to set myself another goal. And I never thought I'd be going to compete. You know, I just decided. And thought, you know, what can I do and take it to the next level? And that's what I did. So.
All right, brother.
Nice to see you.
Appreciate it. Nice seeing you again, son. So you know, like I said, this is.
Well, I'll see you around.
You'll see me around the gym. So this is Jamie. So I hope you take that advice in, and not just listen to it, use it, man. Yeah, man.